Let's do some social media check-in. Let's do it.
All right.
Yadison!
That was me, y'all. All right, y'all. Sandra Rose stuttered, a Facebook VIP member. My father-in-law has a green card and he's retired. Can he file for his wife in Jamaica if he is out of country, or does he have to be in the country to do so?
You don't have to be in the country to do so, and you could be retired too. You just have to have the intent to return to live in the United States with your spouse. So you could be living temporarily with your spouse in another country, as long as the both of you intend on returning. When that spouse gets the green card, if he's not working, you could always get an affidavit of support from a second person.
Elizabeth Glokal, a Facebook VIP member. I'm already 3 years married to an American citizen, but I stayed outside the U.S. for 10 months, then came back. Can I apply for naturalization, or should I wait another year more?
You're going to have to wait 5 more years. If you stay out for more than 6 months, you break the continuity. The rules are 30 out of 60 months in the United States, no trip abroad for more than 6 months in any 5-year period.
Anderson Smith, a Facebook VIP member. How long after becoming a naturalized citizen can one file for their parents, and how long does this process take?
File the next day. It takes about 1.5 years if they're in another country.
Denise Johnson Green on Facebook. My husband has an appointment date. He went in to do the medical, but they didn't have 2 of the vaccines, and he can't get them anywhere in Jamaica. Is that going to be a problem for his interview?
Yes.
And Dainty Gordon on YouTube. My U.S. citizen husband filed for my daughter at age 16. She's in Jamaica. NVC sent us a notice last year in September, and I haven't heard back from them since then. What should I do? This upcoming September is 2 years since we filed.
She's a resident or a citizen?
My U.S. citizen husband filed for the daughter.
I would speak to me. I don't know what happened to the case, but they should have got an appointment already. 2 years pending.
Yash Thakkar on YouTube. My green card interview on Family Basis was done in April 2021, but after the interview, I don't have any updates on the I-485. In my interview, my interviewer said you'll receive your green card. What could be going on?
The interviewer forgot about you. Their background checks are still pending. Your file fell off the face of the earth. There could be a million reasons why. The interviewer who interviewed you quit, got fired, COVID. Who knows, all sorts of reasons why, what happened. Or maybe they were lying to you and they don't believe it's a real marriage. I don't know, but we would need to find out and figure it out.
Once Tamad on YouTube, I'm married to a U.S. citizen and on a 2 years working permit waiting for an adjustment interview. My question is, can I get my mom a tourist visa if I had a record of overstay? Can I invite her here without a problem?
Well, you have a 2-year green card. There's 3 things to get a visitor's visa. Number 1, is your mother truly coming to visit? Number 2, is she truly going to leave? And number 3, can she support herself here during her visit? So the purpose of her visit to visit her son, that's the reason why she would be coming. But you need the other 2 things. Is she going to leave? And how is she going to support herself without taking a job here?
May Watt on YouTube. I have a friend who's educationally challenged, kind of illiterate for lack of better words. Can the sponsor go to the interview with her to assist like an interpreter?
Sponsor for what? Yeah, I mean, you could always ask to go in. Whether or not they allow you in the interview, it's on a case-by-case basis.
Power Concepts on YouTube. My wife has her visitor's visa. She spent 6 months in 2020 in the U.S., then another 6 months in 2021. Can she spend another 6 months this year without immigration giving her a hard time traveling?
I can't promise you that.
John Anderson on YouTube. I had my citizenship interview and passed it, but the the officer told me that she needed to send my case to the supervisor because I have been arrested in 2017. But the DA dismissed the case. Do I need to worry about this?
Probably not, although if it was a serious offense, it could affect your good moral character.
Elizabeth ANJS on YouTube. Married to an American citizen, I had traveled outside the U.S. for 10 months. Can I
We did that one.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
but it changed it
Oh, what?
for 3 years instead of can I
You
apply
can
for
do it.
another-
You can do it if you're married to a citizen. Then it's different rules for citizenship. If you are in the United States for 18 out of 36 months, again, no trip out of the country more than 6 months. So yes, you would have a shorter time.
Okay, Christine Spencer's right on Facebook. Can my adult son apply for a visiting visa?
Sure. Anyway, the whole world could apply for the visitor's visa. Whether or not they will get it, who knows?
Right. Anil Gorange on YouTube. My grandmother is a U.S. citizen. My mother was married and has 3 kids, but my mother is now divorced. Can my grandmother file for my unmarried mother who's over 21?
Can your grandmother file for unmarried mother over 20? Sure, but it's going to take a while.
Darsh Singh on Facebook. What is USCIS doing about the backlog for I-601A waivers?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Okay. Baki G on YouTube. I'm in asylum pending for more than 5 years with no interview. I requested expedite a couple of times, but no luck yet. So shall I apply for a travel document for another country to see my kids?
Yes.
Lucia on YouTube. I married a U.S. citizen under K-1 visa. Already applied for change of status. Biometric done 12/9/21. Ran away from my husband because of domestic violence. Can I get a working visa, and up to how long is the
You
wait?
can file a VAWA case, absolutely.
Medea on Facebook.
And by the way, to get a work permit, not a work visa, but a work permit in about 6 months.
All right, Medea on Facebook. I'm a U.S. citizen. I filed for my daughter back in 2017. I got the approval letter, but I haven't heard anything more. I called once, and they told me they sent it to the processing center. What should I do?
Contact the processing center.
Steve Compare on YouTube. I had an accident back in 2019 and the police gave me a ticket. I went to court and the judge dismissed the case, but I still had to pay court fees. Will this impact my green card?
No.
Jose Parker on Facebook. When starting the I-130 petition from a permanent resident to a spouse and for our newborn baby, do we need to file for the baby at the beginning, or can we wait until the case is at NVC?
Who's sponsoring for who? You're sponsoring a citizen sponsoring a spouse?
Starting the I-130 petition from a permanent resident to a spouse.
You would include the baby on the application, on the I-130, but it would be one application.
And last one, Suzette N. Walker, Facebook. If I'm a U.S. citizen and I have a child that is birthed in Jamaica, what can I do to get him here? He is 3.
If you were a U.S. citizen when the child was born, and you were living in the United States for 5 years in some sort of legal status before the child was born, then bring him to the U.S. Embassy and get him a U.S. passport. That would be the fastest thing, because he's a citizen. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.